Dear students, now you are going to learn about a special type of parallelogram, that is rhombus. You can draw rhombus easily in a graph sheet. Take a graph sheet and draw its diagonals first. Now draw a line, measure the length of line. Now I have drawn a line which is of length 10 units. This line is of length 10 units. No need of using scale to measure the length. You can measure by counting the squares. So this line is of 10 units. Now draw line perpendicular to this line and passes through the midpoint. This line of length 10 units, so mark the midpoint, that is 5 units, and draw a perpendicular line. Draw two perpendicular lines such that they bisect each other. Now this is the rhombus. If you join the endpoints of line segments, you will get a rhombus. You have to draw two perpendicular lines such that they are bisect each other. This is rhombus. Name this rhombus. This is rhombus ABCD. Here AB, BC, CD and AD are the sides. AC and BD are diagonals. They bisect each other at point O. Here AC is perpendicular to BD. You can measure the length of the sides and you can also measure the angles. If you measure angle DOC and angle DOA or AOB and COB, it will be 90 degree. You can measure the angles formed by the diagonals, that is angle ADO, ODC, angle OBC, angle OBA, angle OAB, angle OAD and angle OCD and angle OCB. You can measure and check their measurement whether they are equal or not. And you can list out the properties of rhombus by using this rhombus. Measure their opposite angles and check whether opposite angles are equal or not. And check the measurement of diagonals. So rhombus is a parallelogram in which all sides are of equal in length. Rhombus is a special parallelogram in which all sides are equal. So all the properties of parallelogram holds good for rhombus also. And additional property is all sides are equal. Now let us list out the properties of rhombus by measuring the angle sides of rhombus. Now see, this is a rhombus ABDC and measure the sides. Here I have measured the sides. Look at the measurement of sides. All sides are of equal in length. Now measure the angles. Now see, look at angle A, angle B, angle D and C. What you can say about the angles? Opposite angles are equal. Angle A is equal to angle D and angle B is equal to angle C. And sum of two adjacent angles is 180 degree. That is property of parallelogram. And draw the diagonals. Here AD and BC are diagonals. Diagonals intersect each other at 90 degree. Look at the point of intersection of diagonals. At the point of intersection of diagonals, the angle is 90 degree. And measure the length of diagonals. Look at the measure of diagonal AD and measure of diagonal CB. Are they equal? Here diagonal CB and diagonal AD are not equal. In rhombus, diagonals are not equal. But look at the parts of diagonals. Here CE is equal to EB and AE is equal to ED. That means diagonals bisect each other. Diagonals are not equal, but they bisect each other. Remember this property. And look at the angles formed by the diagonals. Here diagonals bisect the angles. Diagonal CB bisect angle C and angle B. Diagonal AD bisects angle A and angle D. Diagonal bisects the angles of rhombus. That is one more property of rhombus. So these are the properties of rhombus. So let us list out the properties of rhombus. Properties of rhombus are: all sides are equal. That is special property of rhombus. All sides are equal and opposite angles are equal. This is the property of parallelogram that holds good for rhombus also. And sum of two adjacent angles is 180 degree. And diagonals bisect each other. And diagonals are not equal. And diagonals perpendicular to one another. Here special property of rhombus is all sides are equal and diagonals are perpendicular to one another.